Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Planner Wedding Magazine's podcast. Did you say something? I'm your host, Tamisha Kinlaw Carter, certified wedding planner and confidence pusher. Recently, I launched the Planner Wedding Magazine, which makes me a brand new editor in chief. This podcast, like the magazine, is designed with the modern soon to be weds in mind. Here, we'll have real conversations about love, engagements, planning tips, wedding tips, lifestyle tips, and so much more. Hello, and welcome to another episode of my podcast, Did You Say Something? I'm your host, Tamisha Kinlaw Carter, and today we'll be talking about monogramming gifts. Grab your glass of wine or favorite beverage of choice, a piece of paper, and your favorite pen, and let's dive in. Hey everyone, thank you for joining this week's podcast of Did You Say Something? I'm super excited that you're here. I cannot wait to share with you the tips that I have on monogramming gifts for a potential wedding, as a wedding gift for a couple. Okay, so if you're talking about or thinking about getting anything monogrammed for a newlywed couple or an engaged couple soon to be wed, there are a couple things that you need to be mindful of. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I'm not going to be long because I don't believe in long podcasts, but something that you can take that will be tangible for you. And today we're going to talk about the monogramming gifts. Not sure if you know this or not, but traditionally monograms for married couple consist of 3 initials: the bride's or the last name initial only, and the husband's. But today, with couples using both last names and some wives keeping their maiden names, monograms can be a bit more complicated. Initials in a couple's monogram generally includes first names, okay? However, a middle name initial can be substituted if that's the name of the person that the person uses. Please note, the initial of a nickname is not normally included in a monogram. Ladies who remarry do not use initials from previous marriages in monograms. Keep that in mind. When having a wedding gift monogram, givers should be guided by the way a couple plans to write their names. So before you jump in or dive into ordering anything or having anything customized for them, make sure you reach out to the couple and ask them how they plan to write their names. So when you're providing this information to whoever is going to customize an item with the monograms, you can give them the correct initials. If you aren't sure of the correct monogram, definitely, like I said, check with the couple, or you can check with their parents, one of their attendants. And again, you can directly just call the couple and ask them. Here are some tips for monogramming specific items. All right. If you're going to monogram linen, many people prefer the single last name initial or hyphenated initials. The other monogram choices are also appropriate, where you have all 3 initials. Towels are marked at the center of one end. Rectangular tablecloths are monogrammed at the center of each long side, and the square cloths at one corner. Dinner napkins are marked diagonally at one corner or centered. Top sheets are monogrammed so that when the sheet is folded down, the letters can be read by someone standing at the foot of the bed. Pillowcases monograms are centered approximately 2 inches above the hem. If you're going to have flatware monogram, if silver flatware is monogram, a triangle of block letters, last name initial below, and the first name initials of the bride and groom above works well on modern patterns. If a single initial is used, it is the last name initial of the groom. Monograms on flat silver are usually placed so that the top of the letter is toward the end of the handle. In other words, when the piece is on the table, the monogram is upside down as seen by the diner at the place. So whoever is sitting at that table, it'll be upside down as seen by the person sitting at the table. If you prefer, you can also have initials engraved in the other way so that they can be read by the person that's sitting at that seat, the diner. Okay? Again, there are certain things that you need to be mindful of before you rush out to go have some things monogrammed and they're not done correctly. I have seen it personally done the wrong way. So my goal as a wedding planner and event planner is to educate as much as I possibly can. And hopefully what I shared with you on today, you can take these tips and use it as you are planning your wedding. If you are someone who is planning on attending a wedding, and for this episode, it's for anyone who is going to have anything monogrammed for a married couple. So again, thank you for joining this week's episode of Did You Say Something? Monogramming Gifts. And I hope you enjoy this episode and the previous ones that I've shared. There's so much more that I want to share with you. So if you can, please make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss when I go live or when I share a podcast. The goal is to do weekly podcasts, but when you are busy with so many things going on, sometimes you're able to record and sometimes you're not. But definitely my goal is to share as much information as I can. Before I leave, I also want to share a couple things with you. One of those things that I would like to share is that we have published another issue of the Planner Wed magazine. It is our Q1 magazine. I'm super excited. It features the couple Ashley and Keon, who were married last year, and they will be celebrating their 1-year anniversary. I'm so excited that we have been able to achieve what we have so far. The Planner Wed magazine is still fairly new, and so we're trying to get the word out, and we can't do it without you. So please assist us by visiting our website, theplannerwed.com. Go to all of our social media accounts and like and follow. We are on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Make sure you head on over to the website, subscribe to our newsletter as well, because we do send out monthly newsletters. We want you to pick up the new magazine that's out. Like I said, it's Q1, issue 1, and it is I'm so excited. I don't want to cry because I'm a crier, but I am so excited. I'm so grateful for the outpouring of support from everyone who knows about the Planner Wed magazine. Doesn't matter if you're a subscriber to our newsletter and check out our blog. If you've purchased any of our issues since we launched the printed issues, if you can support us in any way, we will greatly appreciate it. We are a privately owned publication and we're just getting started, but we definitely are appreciative of how far we've come since we launched in 2021. Again, our new issue is out. Please go to the website, the Planner Wed magazine, and purchase your copy on today. There you'll be able to find other magazines that we published in the past. And I think that's all I want to say about that. So again, head on over to the website. Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. Make sure you head on over and like and follow all of our social media. Oh, and I forgot to say that we're on TikTok now. So make sure you go and follow us on TikTok. We appreciate the support, and we can't wait to share much more. Today's episode is brought to you by FMTY Weddings and Events, committed to excellence. FMTY Weddings and Events is the perfect choice for those looking to have their intimate dream wedding without the stress. Our experienced wedding planners will work closely with you to make sure your day is an unforgettable one. Before I leave you on today, I would like to leave you with, of course, an inspirational quote. And because we're celebrating Women's History Month, I'd like to leave you with a quote by Kerry Washington. Learn to embrace your own unique beauty. Celebrate your unique gifts with confidence. Your imperfections are actually a gift. Again, thank you for listening to this week's episode of my podcast, Did You Say Something? And I look forward to you joining me on next week.